part of our business is dedicated to what we call Ingenta Commercial. Within that is something we call Content Lifecycle Manager. Content Lifecycle Manager really is there to control all aspects of how our customers get to the point where they have a product. So from that perspective, Content Lifecycle Manager lets you take what was maybe one book and break it down into many pieces and manage those pieces in an appropriate way. And it lets you really track those pieces from thought to creation. So you understand how you're getting from your various components and your assets into your final product sets. And that's really what Content Lifecycle Manager does. So when publishers think about their assets, in the old world, a lot of publishers thought of it as a single book. Now, in today's world, as things become more digital and people think about how things move forward, they think of taking that whole book and breaking it down into smaller consumable units. And those smaller consumable units then get packaged in appropriate ways to create content and books. And they also are creating other types of content that now go with books. And so you think of these types of complex packages. When you think of any example, you can think there's print pieces of it, there's digital pieces of it. All of these things come together to make up products. They all go back to the core assets that a company owns. And the companies need to understand how going from this thousands and thousands of assets into an actual product happen and be able to track that, both breaking it down and getting it back together and going up. This tracks through the whole life cycle. So you may have purchased a work of art from an artist. Well, you can use that work of art in many different ways, but you need to know where all you've used it, how it's been sold, how it's been packaged, what all assets it goes into. As well as there's challenges in understanding all of these complex packages when you get into a sales role. Like, what are we selling to customers and how does that work? And really taking all of these assets, how they've been packaged up, and how I'm selling them to customers so that our sales force would know what I'm selling to customers. And these are all challenges that publishers face, both in understanding that information at a detail level, and then what are the packages of information that we're selling and how are we selling them today? What regions are we selling them? What are their complexities within those regions?